Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delaying, so what you saying, yo? Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You don't wanna violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that it with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, looking shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos, while I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros. Like you really wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, ain't gonna be trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us, yo, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they curious. I mean, in my unit, do it is so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others be walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us. Gotta listen to Harry D, he'll be playing us. 30 times a day to make you delirious. Damaging everything all up in your area. Yo, it's funny how all the be always serving us. All up in between they where they wanna carry us. Hit you good, then I hit them off with the alias. Various, they wanna marry us. Yo, it's flip mode, you stupid, you know we bout to bust. 7-figure money, the label preparing us. Bite the dust instead of you making the fuss. People know better cause they ain't no comparing us. Mad at us, yes you know better, we fabulous. Hit my people off with the flow, that be marvelous. My whole clique victorious. Taking no prisoners with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we blitz and reminisce on my people notorious. You really wanna party like that? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're underway at Hard Rock. Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Quick to the air is Tunga Vailoa. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. And the Chiefs have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. Well, Brock, I highly doubt all the plays will go as well as that one, but this coverage starts off the game with a major W.
That's all you could ask for right there. You come out so focused, so dialed into your game plan. You start this game strong, and you quickly throw a wrench into their opening script on the other side. That starts to play head games, and it certainly gives your defense a ton of confidence.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Forced out to his right. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked out by Andrew Booth. And the Dolphins are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Blitz coming, Tua. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he gets it away from his end zone. Called for and received. Fair catch this time, but, oh, hang on. Flag down. That right there might just earn him a one-way ticket to his coach's doghouse. He interfered with a fair catch, and that gives this offense a free 15-yard boost heading on the field. The worst time for a mistake defensively, and that awards them this 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped by Chop Robinson. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
And he drives this forward to the 6. There's an injury out there after the play, and that's Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's being looked at by the medical staff. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Yellow. Hey, 43.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff is going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Going right back to Mostert. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. That's caught for the first. And that one's going to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Putting a receiver in motion. Tua off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he fires it deep down. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
From the red zone now. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal. He tries to sneak it, and he gets in. Touchdown! The Dolphins get it down to a single point. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins tie this game 7-7. Sanders all set to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Yellow.
Another throw for Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Booth. And the Dolphins come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have it following that interception on the final play of the first quarter. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Second down carry for Achane. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Ready.
3rd and short, Mostert. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
On now comes their punter. And this will be his first effort of the contest. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that one a 44-yard punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Davante Adams. So that brings up 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
2nd and 10 now. Completed over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Yellow. Come back. Attack.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
43.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Brought in inside the 20. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with first and 10. Again, Mahomes to throw. Catch is made in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They've got first down from the 31. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Go ahead.
2 now from the gun. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Tagovailoa facing third and long. He puts everything behind this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. And that brings up fourth and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Play action, Mahomes. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st down from the red zone. He's on the move. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 13-point lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Harrison Butker at kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action with Tagovailoa. He's going to push one deep down the... Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by DJ Reed.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow, yellow. Attack, attack.
Looking to throw Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the move, headed right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Chased out to his right. Hauled in by Worthy. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Out on these two. Hey, color. Right side.
Back to the air, Mahomes. He sends this one to the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Yellow. Right side.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their 1st. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Returns looking good so far. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Working quickly here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that 6th sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Yeah, ready.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Flush down now to his left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They kick the running back in motion.
Right side.
1st down throw, Mahomes. Brought in right side. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Right side.
Back to throw, Mahomes. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
It's a game of
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 57, 57. There's on it.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Right. Right side.
Another throw for Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. Right side.
Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that makes it second and goal.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
Yellow. Right side.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Getting out to his left. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So now, here's third and goal.
I don't need to.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get more points to end a lopsided first half. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs make it a 24-point ball game.
Dolphins 7. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Sanders all set to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Out left, Worthy makes the ground. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. He puts some juice on it deep. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Dolphins take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second. Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
All right, come on.
2 and out from the gun. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Hauled in by Waddle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now a toss play for Achane. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. That play made by their rookie from Michigan State.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
This kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the lead to 21.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Mahomes on first and 10. On target to Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Yellow. Easy.
To the air, Mahomes. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
All right. Hey, 43, 15.
Again, Mahomes to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Butker to try the point after. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's first and 10 from the 34.
Hey.
They've got a man in motion. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And it's going to be second down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Here he is on third and long. Setting up the screen. And that will not be enough for a first down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Zach Sealer there to bring him down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Back to the well again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Fire down these two.
And they send a man in motion. 3rd down. It's Mahomes. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Chiefs football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the 4th. Second down now, 7 to go.
Yellow.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They send a receiver in motion right. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Yellow.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs keep running away with this. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs grow their lead yet again. Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Tua. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's second down coming up.
They're right here.
Here's Tua again. On target to Waddle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
All right.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Here's Tagovailoa again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Kickoff taken at the 3. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
44. Ready. Turbo 1, high. Turbo 1, high.
Running with H.A. and out of the gun. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Tua looking to throw. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Five.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. To the left side. It's pulled in by Waddle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. They send Hill right. Not 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Out.
Again, it's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Out.
Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. He puts some power on a deep one. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Chiefs have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And they'll bring him down at the 16 after a small gain. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now it'll be a punt on 4th down with Logan Cook out to boot it. Spins out of 1 stop. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Dolphins football. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This one's taken in by Hill. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from the 41. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. So it'll be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Escapes out to the left. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To the air yet again, Tagovailoa finds his man over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Dolphins putting up points in a game decided. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins cut into the lead by another point. Sanders all set to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
15.
They give it to him again. Across the 45 and still going. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 16 yards.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Miami.